you would lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day. I woke up early this morning with gloom on my head. Had a big feeling to climb back in bed. Then I looked in the mirror and somebody said, wake up, it's time for you to lose the blues, and this is a very special treat. Tell it to everyone you meet, that life is all for living and love is all for giving. So this is a very special day. Tell it to everyone along the way that this is a very special day.
And a very special day it is. It is a terrific Thursday. That means my partner in crime, my co-host this morning is Autumn Scott Hall. Good morning, Autumn.
Good morning. It is Thursday.
Yes.
Yes, I'm here.
It's Groundhog Day. And he saw his shadow. So guess what that means? Do you want to hear this? Do you really want to hear it?
If he sees his shadow, does that mean 6 more weeks of
Yay!
winter? Liar. I just had to censor my mouth right there. Something else almost popped out.
Yeah, but hang on. It's kind of crazy. Okay, so 6 more weeks of winter, right?
Listen, the Farmer's Almanac said we were going to have... Farmer's Almanac said we were going to have a cold, snowy winter, and we have had that. So
yeah, Farmer's Almanac, they're spot on. They really are. They are good. But I do want to say next week we are supposed to get into the 50s, so I'll take that.
You know, I hate cold weather. Hate is a very strong word. I don't actually like it.
Load.
It is not my favorite, but there is a place for it, and I think what bothers me the most, if we're going to have cold weather, let's just have cold weather. Stop this back and forth.
Ooh, let's stay consistent.
Yes, like
consistency. Don't we all want that?
let's stop the back and forth. Let's have our 6 weeks of winter, and really 6 weeks is enough.
Well, okay, so Holiday World's closed for the season, so you have to have a roller coaster somewhere.
No, that was horrible.
We're on the legend.
Listen, I love you, but that was horrible. All right, but you know who is not horrible?
Was that not a beautiful segue for Holiday World? I know, we're all thinking Holiday World.
I would love to go to Holiday World.
Wouldn't we all?
But who is not horrible are our Coffee Club sponsors, whom we also love so much.
Yes.
Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Upland, Celebrity Home Loans, LLC, NMLS 227765, or an equal housing lender, NMLSconsumeraccess.org, CelebrityHomeLoans.com, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Minigun, and Fox Pearly Wealth Management, as well as AFP, Americans for Prosperity.
Yay! Look at you. You'll be 99 years old, and you'll be in a facility, and you'll just start reading this off the thing.
I won't remember my children's names.
No,
but I will remember the Coffee Club sponsors.
They'll be like, she just keeps repeating this. We just let her do that.
What does this mean?
I know, what code is this? This must be some secrets.
I'm really part of the Illuminati. You just don't even know.
Keep them always wondering, Autumn Scott Hall.
That's
for sure.
That's my motto.
Yeah. Well, this weather, we're not complaining, only explaining. And if you go back and you look at your memories on Facebook, you actually will see where there was a lot of closings during this week because of bad weather. So this is kind of normal.
I kind of feel like January weather has its own mind, and now we're in February, and it just continues.
Look at those beautiful red sweaters you can wear for Valentine's Day.
Red for Ed.
Exactly. Yeah. I can think of. I think that's always hard. When you start looking for Valentine's Day stuff. Because it's like, do you go with the winter? You know what I mean?
I'm still wearing black and gold. We got a wrestling meet tonight.
Hey,
so
go black and gold. Yeah.
But I was thinking this when we were talking about fashion last week.
I love
and the red and pink now you can wear together. We said it doesn't clash no more.
Love them.
It seems like in the back of my mind, I remember like purple and lavender
Yeah.
being a Valentine color, and I don't see that very much anymore.
I think bring it back. I am into purple. I think
I
it's.
love purple.
I do too. And purple's like, it's like one of those things that, like, where does, people just don't wear it.
Justin looks great in purple.
Does he?
Oh, yeah, he's redhead.
Oh.
He's got that, and when he wears that deep purple,
Does it look good?
yeah, or teal, he looks really good in teal, too.
Oh. Well, there you go. All right.
So, but yeah, Valentine's.
A fun fact
I
of
think,
fashion.
yeah, I think we can do. Let's bring back the lavenders with the pinks,
Purples and
the purples and
the soft. Yeah, I love all that.
I think so. Let's do it.
Well, I've got a real pretty. Purple. It's actually like a dark, deep purple dress. And it's a winter, so I need to get that on.
Get it out.
That, yeah. It's just sometimes, it's cold.
It is. That's, but that's where
I
leggings
put
are
leggings
nice.
underneath, absolutely. Yes,
I was actually looking on Amazon the other day. I don't think I'll ever bite the bullet and do it, but I was looking at those.
Is it in your cart?
Yeah, well, no, I don't know, actually. I need to look.
I'm so nervous about the cart. It's like, why is all this in the cart?
But it's like a sweater dress.
Uh-huh.
Like one of the sweater dress that hit mid-thighs.
And I have several of those.
Now, on the pictures, they don't wear anything under those. I would be wearing something under that. But I thought, oh, that's very wintry. I could pull that off.
I know you could.
I should probably get one like in a lavender.
Oh, I love that. There
Wear
you go.
it for Valentine's
You
Day.
could do that. It's funny because, like, how you put stuff. I talk to people all the time that, you put stuff in your cart. And, like, if for some reason somebody just accidentally hit the wrong button.
Oh, then you're buying it all.
I know. That's what the fear of it is.
My Amazon card is up to $6 million.
Somebody had to put.
There's nothing in my cart right now.
Well, that's what Greg's like. Get it out of the cart. Take him out of the cart.
Well, you can hit that save for later.
I know.
button.
That's what he's like. Please hit the save for later.
Justin's,
I don't know what it is. It's just so fun to put it over there in your cart, and I don't.
Well, you don't want to lose it.
I know.
Yeah, I do that because I don't want to lose things.
It's like you're shopping, but you're really not. What I mean? It's like I'm not pushing the button. I'm not going to get this stuff.
And that's the bad thing. Like I get caught. This is my little guilty pleasure.
Ooh.
I get caught in those like BuzzFeed list things you have to buy or top 10. Like I really do get caught up in those.
Wow.
And then I go and but here's what's nice. When you go to the Amazon link from that, it doesn't link to your account. So then it's not in my cart, and then I think, oh, I don't remember it, so I must not need it. It really is a huge time waster.
Wait, isn't there like lightning ones too? Like when they say lightning.
Yes, lightning deals.
Lightning deals.
This shirt is actually a lightning deal.
I want to say that shirt is awesome, and I wish I had that shirt.
Yeah, this is an Amazon
bought
lightning
shirts
deal
from me before, and I really, I like.
You can wear your red shirt.
I know.
Oh no, that wasn't red. That was orange.
Orange, yeah, orange and blue.
Does kind of look red though.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was a Black Friday lightning deal on Amazon.
Yeah,
I was sitting on the couch with my niece, and I said, "Hey, look at this!" And it was like $11.
Oh,
yeah,
you did good.
Yeah, and I'm like, "That's perfect."
Yeah, that's perfect for yeah, absolutely. So, people are gonna know you are from Salem.
I'm afraid you're gonna spill your coffee.
I'm playing with my coffee cup. No, this coffee will not spill. No, I'm an expert with my coffee cup. You remember how?
Hang on, crisis.
Have you ever seen Tombstone? Have you ever? Okay. No,
I think maybe in the
now I got to get you into the westerns. I got you.
No, I think I have seen that one.
And when he takes the cup and he's like spinning it around, and it's Doc Holliday.
Yeah, I think
and he's
I do remember that.
He's like pretending like it's a gun, but he's using his cup.
Yes,
that's why I am with my coffee cup.
I do actually remember that. I was probably 7 or 8 when I watched it, but
rewatch it again. It comes back from time to time.
Does.
I did get to see the Black Panther. It's out now.
How was that?
It's fantastic.
Wakanda Forever?
Yeah, Wakanda
Is that
Forever.
the one?
Yeah.
Wakanda.
Oh, you just wait. Yeah, it's really good. I think it's one of the better movies I've seen in a long time.
Well, I'm on a Marvel sabbatical right now.
Jump back on.
My kids are stuck. Is there another?
I know.
I'm like, no, we're done.
You've seen the first one, right?
Yeah. I went through the whole list. I'm caught up.
Okay. Well, then
Doctor Strange universe thing. No.
You open portals every morning.
I wish.
You need to shut those portals when the kids start fighting.
I do. I'm going to start sending you to your own
closing the portal. That's right.
Hugh, you're in Fiji?
I do that all the time. I tell the grandkids, the portal's closed.
You know what? I'm not even sending.
Then I get Doctor Strange. Then I get Iron Man. You know what I mean? And then I come back with him with a hard Wanda. You can't beat Wanda.
Listen, here's my thing. I'm gonna quit sending the kids places. I'm just gonna portal myself. Be like, okay,
you stay.
Peace out.
Okay, let's say this is not like some kind of psychology here. If you can't change someone else, you have to change yourself.
That's right. Or my location.
There you go.
I'm on my way. I'm on my way to the beach. It's calling my name.
You cannot, that's my water. Aw, thank you.
So nice.
Getting my water intake for the day, yes. It is.
I love that. Thank you.
Even something for Sissy Baby.
God love her.
Something. Oh, she loves
goodness.
us. Okay, but anyway, yeah. So real quick, let's see the deep thought for the day. If you can't change yourself or change someone else,
that's right.
Change your own self and change your own environment, right?
I concur.
So there you go. Porter yourself on out of here. Okay.
It is what it is. I'm not even upset.
Just if you go, let me go too. Remember, we're supposed to be going on a trip with a palm tree.
I'm all for it.
Remember that?
You know how I feel about the palm trees.
I do know. I love a good palm tree.
Have a great day.
All right, thank you. All right, we're on to the second day of February. Today is, this is cool. Hang on, it's not moving. Whoa,
I cannot believe. Can I just take a moment and say, I can't believe we're in February.
I know, isn't that crazy? I know. Where did January go? Everybody's like, it was the longest January year. January just kept going and going.
I don't feel like January.
I don't either. I feel like where did it went fast?
But I think part of that is December has 31 days and January has 31 days, and so you have 2 long months of cold, dark, and it feels forever.
Yeah.
That's why.
Yeah. I think January gets a bad rap too because, everybody okay, so let's say you have that huge build up of Christmas, and then you go right into, the very beginning, the very first day of January, New Year's, and then after that, there's nothing.
Yeah,
and then everybody's just like, okay, during January, usually you start taking your stuff down, your Christmas stuff down with wah, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Right? I mean, really, January's kind of got a...
Poor January.
How can January win? It's set up for failure.
It is. I mean, yeah.
It really is.
Even New Year's.
Did anybody think when they were setting up January?
Those Gregorian calendar makers.
You're setting us up for failure. There's no way we can win. We can't compete.
They're probably screaming that.
They can't compete with December, right? No, there's no competition. You can't compete.
And that's the other thing. In December, everyone is just kinder, I think, because of the holidays. And in January, it's like all that energy you exerted to be nice.
Well, and you can't compete in November because you got Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Right?
So, you got 2 months of just...
October, you can't compete. You have Halloween. Right? I mean, you've got...
Listen, you know what I love about January? I'm going to be honest.
All right, let's make January feel good.
January is the month that I can be at home on my couch in my sweatpants and just tell people no.
Oh.
I love to enjoy my mortgage. I like getting my money's worth on that payment that I make.
Yeah.
And January is the perfect time to say, I'm not going anywhere. I am enjoying my home.
Look at you. Okay.
So January is, because winter solstice really is supposed... Seriously, let's talk about this for a moment. Winter is supposed to be a time of renewal. I love January. It's supposed to be
my mascara is running over here. Okay, that is not supposed to happen this early in the morning. Okay, you can't make stop.
You're not on the ground laughing
Stop.
yet.
No, I'm doing better. I'm an adult.
But I think you have October, which is high intake sugar. November, which is pies and cakes.
Ooh.
Christmases, which is cookie.
Ooh,
so
fruitcake.
So not only are you constantly running, but you're doing that sugar poisoning thing.
Yeah.
And then you get into January, and it's like it all crashes because you can only be high for so long. So
everything that goes up must come down.
Yeah, and
we learned that.
We have forgotten how to rest.
Ooh, you're so now
serious. That's the truth.
That is
we have forgotten how to rest. Yes. We have forgotten how to slow down.
Mm-hmm.
And so January, I think, does get a bad rap because that's the month that there isn't anything really until Valentine's Day when you have the candy high again.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, it's a good time to reset. It's a good time to enjoy the rest.
That's true. Yeah, and I think you almost, hang on. Now, I have, and I know because you and I both go, full throttle.
100 miles an hour.
100 miles per hour.
Even on a bad ankle.
Sometimes I have to watch myself because when I do sit down, let's say to rest, I feel guilty or I'm going through everything that I need to do and all of the thoughts that need to happen. So you're totally right. Allowing yourself, that's like therapy right there. Allowing yourself to rest. I mean, we allow ourselves to eat. We allow ourselves to do all that we do. Why would we not allow ourselves to rest?
And it is hard because we've been programmed.
Oh.
And, we have these mini computers that we hold in our hand that screen for our attention 24/7.
Absolutely.
I think we are not doing ourselves a good favor.
Well,
sometimes.
I think you're right. I think our bodies need rest.
And our bodies were not made and designed to be in front of a screen all day.
Yeah.
And we have missed person-to-person connection.
Yeah.
So there you go. That's my. I'm not a therapist or a psychologist.
So January coming in strong.
January. That's right. We're flipping the narrative. Flipping the narrative for January.
We are fans of January.
That's right.
That's right. There might not be anybody else in this world but two right here.
We're
in the
fans.
studio today, we are saying we are fans. We are solid on our January.
I believe it.
That's right. There we go.
That's right. January's coming in strong.
Okay. All right. So now we are in February, though. Okay.
We are.
This is California, the kiwi fruit day. Do you remember the first time you ever had kiwi fruit?
Okay, my grandmother loved kiwi. Like, I remember this vividly. And the first time I saw this green fruit with the black seeds, I was like, what? And she didn't skin it. So, like, she ate the skin, too.
Oh.
Yes.
Wow, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I do not eat the skin. But I actually remember that in my mind as a child was like a tropical treat. It was exotic and it was cool and it was... So, yes, I actually did grow up eating kiwi because my grandmother loved it.
Yeah. Well, I had an aunt, and she had a party, and I had never seen kiwi before. And she did peel it, and she had it sitting there. I was like, what in the world?
What tropical chaos is this?
What in the mama papa is this? What is this on this? But it was delicious, and I was like, oh, this is good. And then it is, okay, I think a lot of times kiwi doesn't get served because it is kind of a pain to peel.
Well, maybe that's why my grandma never peeled it.
Well, no, I think it is. It's a lot of, it's a lot of extra peeling you have to do, you know? So, and sometimes the peeling can be really tough.
Well, okay, so I'm going to submit this to you.
Do we have a peeler?
Well, okay.
Gotcha.
They're small. No. Well, I guess I do, kind of.
Why do I know
slice them, you slice them where they're circles, and then you take your little biscuit cutter and you just cut out the fruit. Done. Biscuit cutter. You don't have any biscuit cutters at home?
No.
Take a sharp paring knife and just go around.
I have the knife.
Yeah.
Remember, I'm gadget free over here almost.
Well, I mean, I have biscuit cutters. That's not really a gadget, though. You could use a cup. Use one of the small cups and just...
Yeah, there we go.
Done.
Yeah. Well, here's what I do. Okay, I cut them in my circles, and then I just cut the end of the little bit of the peeling, and then I just peel it off.
No, you can do that, too.
Watch. Yeah, it's over here. I'm over here. You know what I mean? Who's taking the long road? Me.
Not me.
Who's going to spend all day doing this? Me.
Nah, I'm done. I'm getting it done. We don't actually buy kiwi though, so I just thought that up in my head.
Like kiwi?
I don't know actually.
Well,
I'm
going to have to buy a
kiwi.
kiwi for them, huh?
They like strawberry kiwi flavored things.
I bet they like kiwi.
So maybe I need to go get a kiwi and try it.
I think it's good for you.
Oh, it's green. It's got to be good for you. I mean, mold's green too, and it's great for you.
Oh, you know it. Everybody's got to have their amount.
I'm going to go. Maybe I'll do that this weekend. Get some kiwi for the kids to try.
There's another weird thing that looks like it looks like a seaweed creature. And have you ever had
dragon fruit? Is it the pink one?
Is it? I don't know. It's got like things coming out of the
Spiky?
side. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pink, and then you open it up, and it's white with little black dots.
Yes.
I've never had it, but I've seen it.
No, I've had that, and that's crazy good.
It's
good, but it's like crazy. Yeah, it's like at first I thought, what am I? It's a little scary, but no, if you get a chance, try that too.
I might do that. We might have exotic fruit day.
You need to do that. Yeah, introduce your children to that.
I was watching. I sometimes catch those reels where people are making their lunches, their kids' lunches. Mm-hmm. Crazy obscene things. I'm like, throw things in.
Yeah.
But one of the ladies was like taking the apple core, or not the apple core, but the melon ball scoop and scooping out dragon fruit. And I thought, what kid eats dragon fruit in their lunch? Seriously.
I don't know.
I mean, come on, man. Send that kid an apple.
Yeah, come on. We can do. Yeah. Well, I do think yes. I think
that mom now.
You need to have like a platter, and you need to do like a tropical time with your family, and just let them try and see.
Maybe.
Yeah.
One of my children.
You don't. Yeah. No.
I'm
don't
trying.
name drop.
I just forget. I'm an open book. He couldn't do tropical things. Like he was allergic to papaya and mango and
that's so
because
sad.
of that I have kind of
I bet you
moving forward I just never did the tropical thing.
I'm heartbroken.
Yeah, I don't know. He probably grew out of it.
I was going to say, you think he's grown out of it?
I don't know. I've
I
not
hope
tried
he
it
has.
since.
Well,
I might go get some tropical fruit and just keep an EpiPen by me. If you die, it was in good
We're
science.
going to try. We're going to try. Oh, because good old mango. Oh, man.
Yeah, he can't. I think it was actually papaya that he
I love
couldn't have.
papaya
It was
juice.
one of them.
You
Mango
like
or papaya.
juice? Do you like papaya? Oh, papaya juice.
Haven't had it in like 11 years.
I haven't
because
had
of
it
that.
in years either, but it's delicious. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
need that on the tropical island.
That does sound
With
good.
some coconut rum.
Oh. Okay. So California Kiwi Fruit Day. This is Candlemas. Candle Mass. M-A-S. Like, I guess it's like,
Candlemas, like all the Christmas candles
it's
you
like
got, you light and
it's the
worship.
feast of the purification of the Virgin meeting of the Lord. I don't know.
That kind of sounds a little bit like a Catholic holiday, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it might be something they celebrate, maybe.
Yeah, Candlemas. Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I love candles.
I do too. I've got a bunch.
Yeah, I do like some candles.
Okay, this is crepe day. I love a good crepe. I love a good crepe.
Crepes.
Crepes.
Yes, like thin pancakes.
Yes. Well, that's what you can do. You know what I mean?
Yeah, remember Dennis makes crepes.
Oh, I love a good crepe.
I have seen where you do it by... Hold on, what did I see? Is it you take the bottom of a pan and you dip it in the pancake mix and
Yes.
put it in the...
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that, I would try that and I'd have a mess.
I think it just sounds so good. And like all the different things. Now, they show them with ice cream on it.
Because crepes are, you can do them for sweet or savory.
Yeah. Any?
There in Sarasota, in the village, the Siesta Key Village, there is an Italian place, and they make fabulous crepes.
How do they make? I mean, what do they put on their crepes?
Whatever you want.
Like
breakfast with fruit and powdered sugar. You can get it with, I think, like eggs and bacon. Like, yeah, it's good.
I've never had the food. Like I've only had like the dessert. I've only had it like with the powdered sugar in it.
You know, in America, we are one of the few countries that our dessert or our breakfasts can double for desserts.
Yeah.
It really is bad.
Yeah, I mean, you think about it, you know what I mean?
It is.
You wake up and, like, we have, like, sugary cereals.
Yep.
We have,
Or pancakes.
cakes.
Or,
yes,
yeah.
or, waffles dipped in syrup or...
Yeah, it's all sugary.
Yeah, and then your body starts craving that and it gets used to it.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like...
Really is mindset change.
Yeah.
Health and wholeness here. Wslm, Thursday mornings. Go eat your eggs. Eggs and bacon and...
There you go.
Anyway.
Yeah. Or biscuits and gravy. Yeah.
Also full of sugar.
Well, and it's crazy how many, like, if you read labels...
Oh, sugar's in everything.
Everything!
I remember there was one restaurant, and I'm not going to throw them under the bus or say their name.
Yeah.
But I was talking to the owner, and we were talking. I said, "Oh, well, do you eat the food that you make?" She said, "No, we don't eat that. We put sugar in that because that's how you guys like it." And I was like,
"Well,
you're probably not wrong.
It's true. Like if you go to an authentic restaurant of some kind, it is a total different taste than what Because where's our sugary? And
that it's amazing how many things. I mean, even if you think about it, if you read the label, even like on your spaghetti sauce, sugar,
absolutely,
sugar. You need sugar in everything, people.
High fructose. Yeah.
So there you go. That's fine.
Yeah.
Moving on from our tropical
fruit.
Okay,
so our crepe days, we need crepes and tropical fruit. That's what we need.
That could be a good dessert.
I think that'd be delicious. And I love a good cinnamon roll. You can't beat a good cinnamon roll. I'm sorry. Those just come in solid. Ugh.
It depends. Mine have to be warm. I don't like them when they go. Like, I don't like the cold ones.
Well, I mean, ideally, if they're coming right out of the oven warm.
Oh, you know what? There's an Amish store in the county that makes blackberry cinnamon rolls.
No way.
So good.
I can't even.
Yeah, but that's like dessert, and I can only eat like half of it.
Yeah. Well, then I'm there, dude.
Hey, come with me. We'll split one.
I got the other one. I got you. Groundhog Day.
They saw their shadow.
Yeah. Oh, this is Groundhog. This is cute. Job Shadow Day. Shadowing Day, like job shadowing. Yeah.
It's cute. I love that we take our meteorology information from a rodent.
I do.
It makes me happy. Only in America.
Oh, the great rodent has spoken. Heavenly Hash Day. Remember what that is? Hash. Heavenly hash. Isn't that like you take little bitty like potatoes? Like, what is it called? It's almost like a corned beef. Isn't it corned beef or some kind of
like a succotash hash? Oh, succotash I think is like lima beans and corn.
No.
Hash I think is like
potatoes and like, is it corned beef or some kind of like a beef or something, or maybe a sausage or something, right?
Well, we used to do hash at the...
It's really good. Gosh, it's like really greasy though.
The Tasty House, we used to make hash.
Yeah, and it would have been isn't it like a little bitty potatoes and, is it...
Okay, actually... Okay, interesting.
Is this heavenly hash?
I don't know, but it says that hash is made from the resin of the cannabis plant. This is not the hash we are talking about. Wait a minute.
That's for Coffee Club After Dark.
Yeah, there you go. Oh, no, heavenly hash. No, you're wrong. Heavenly hash.
Do you know how many times I hear that a day? Okay, first one of the day right now.
I was just done when I read it.
Okay.
Because I was with you. I was thinking corned beef, potatoes, peppers, onions, all grilled together like a skillet.
Yeah.
No, heavenly hash is a Cool Whip, speaking of desserts.
Cool Whip.
Cool Whip topping with coconut and pineapple tidbits.
Oh, I've seen that before, like a...
Yeah. It can also be made with rice, pineapples, and marshmallow. It's another dessert.
Yes, we've seen that before, though. Remember whenever people bring salads like that places?
Yeah.
We never know where to put them. Do we put them on with the food?
Right.
Because they're not going to stand. They're not going to stand against the desserts.
Right.
So it's like, what do you put?
So do you put it with the salad? Do you?
I don't know. I don't know where. Yeah. Sometimes,
but that's what heavenly hash is. So we were both way off.
But it looks like. But I've heard of heavenly hash like as a like. I know in this show's look in the photo. It shows like a. Hang on, it shows me a watch right now.
Oh, look at the time.
Yeah, it's like, get off of this. It's like, come on. Where did it go? Hang on. Anyway, it shows like it looks like almost like a...
okay, so that is
like
a picture of
like a meat and potato, like a hash. That's what I always thought. Like
cornbread, corned beef. With potatoes, peppers,
stuff like that, yeah. And I think cornbread would be good with it, though, wouldn't it?
Maybe on the top.
Ooh, Dolly Parton come out with a new cornbread. You know, she's come out.
Have
you ever had her cake mixes?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they're delicious. They really are.
I like cake.
Okay.
Remember
she has oh yeah, I know. But she's got a cake. She's got a coconut cake, and you add extra coconut, like real coconut to it. Oh, it's delicious. And then she also has a banana cake, and you can add extra bananas to it. It's delicious, almost like a banana bread.
I like banana pudding.
Well, you'd like this. I know you'd like this. And then she's come out now with like a brownie, a turtle brownie.
So she's leaving music and going to cooking?
No, she's adding just another feather in her cap.
She's adding another feather.
In her
that
cap.
That
woman can put, she's got a whole
She probably doesn't rest.
Oh, no. No. Oh, no.
Let me just say, she does not rest.
She goes full, yeah, she's one to keep up with. All right, this is also Hedgehog Day.
Like Sonic the Hedgehog?
Yeah, little hedgehog.
Actually, hedgehogs are really cute.
Well, my daughter had one. And
I didn't know this.
Yeah, no, we got so attached to her.
Hedgehogs are cute.
It was so sad. And she had, it was a sad thing. She had something wrong with her. We didn't know it, and she developed, and it was horrible. It was very sad. No, it was really a dark day, and she was so sweet. You know how, like...
I'll say sometimes I think there are some animals that shouldn't be pets.
Well, that probably, I don't, yeah. Well, and you got to remember, sometimes they produce a lot of them.
Yeah.
Well, right?
Yeah.
To be sold. I mean, and that's horrible. You know what I mean? And it's horrible when you get attached and so sweet, and then, yeah, you find out things. But, okay. Onward ho. Long living day. Instead of long living day, long living day. I love that. Living. You know, that's something so good about our lungs. For anybody that's like maybe made a New Year resolutions or just on your own decided to put down, doing smoking. No, I don't smoke, and
I hate smoke.
I know, I do too. I'm not that, but
unless
for people
that campfire.
But for people, I do love that, or like a wood smoke. I love the wood stove, or a fireplace.
Yeah,
love a good fireplace. But for those that do, the wonderful thing is every day that you put that cigarette down, your lungs will heal themselves back.
Yes.
And that's such a blessing. You know what I mean? I think like for someone that's like, let's say, has been, and I'm not, because I have my coffee, I have my hang-ups too. I'm not judging anyone.
Coffee's horrible for you, but I love it.
That's what speaking to the cup. Okay, I'm not judging anyone. I'm only saying the wonderful news is like if you had smoked for a long time, and you might say, oh well, if I stop now, it's not going to help me.
No, but it will.
But it will now.
Yeah.
I mean, we know that, and we've learned it does help.
Yeah.
You know, and every day is a healing that you stop. And I think that, to me, is just a public service announcement that needs to get out there.
And I think it goes to show how resilient our bodies actually are.
Yeah.
So.
And it's almost like if you will, like that chance of saying, okay, I'm going to put it down because I'm going to start on that journey and getting...
And it is hard. I mean,
Oh.
if anyone has tried to quit smoking or has quit smoking, it's not easy.
Mm-hmm.
It is hard. And kudos to everyone who has taken that,
Right.
That journey.
Right, and I think that I mean, everybody, and we're putting a blanket statement here because everybody's got their things.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
You know my motto, judge not lest she be judged.
Yeah.
I don't have time to
and
judge.
I'm not either. I just know that anybody that is doing it and wants to, and, in their heart of hearts wants to stop.
Yeah.
The good news is every day that you do stop, your body will be healing itself again. And I think that's awesome. So, Long Living Day. So, onward hope.
Picture.
Yes. This is also National Change Your Windshield Wiper Day.
Oh, public service announcement, please, especially with the snow and the ice.
I know.
Make sure you have healthy windshield wipers.
Well, and a lot of our windshield wipers were damaged during, like, when they got frozen, and then all of a sudden you try to use
And if you have not, or you have bad windshield wipers, but you do smoke, and you have loose tobacco, you can take that tobacco and put it over your windshield, and it actually does repel rain.
No way.
My uncle did it one time, and I was like, that's awesome.
Wow.
So, yeah.
I did not know that.
It's like Rain-X, like homemade Rain-X. So,
well, who knew that? I did not.
So, as you're quitting smoking, just take all the tobacco out of your cigarettes.
Right there. There you go.
Put it in a bag.
Use it for later.
Cigarettes are expensive. Don't you let that go to waste. So I got all kinds of tips.
You look at you, little. What was it? Heloise? Helpful hints from Heloise or whatever, something like that. I don't know.
Paul's helpful hints. That's what I need to do. There you go.
I misunderstood.
Paul's helpful hints. Moving on. Let's move on.
Did you slip on something over there?
I thought I am clumsy.
I don't know. I thought I heard something. Okay.
Still clumsy.
Okay. National Sweater Day.
I do love a good sweater.
I do too.
But I like a good oversized sweater.
Oh, they're so comfortable. Yeah. I had I talk. That's all, folks. Okay, I had a big sweater on today, and sometimes sweaters can be itchy.
Yes, if you
I don't want an itchy sweater. You know what I mean?
Then they're not comfortable.
No. I've got some really ones that are really cool, but they're itchy. And you have to wear a shirt underneath, or something. Yeah. So, Self-Renewal Day. Love that.
That's why January is so helpful.
That's right. As we move into February. This is Sled Dog Day. Oh, I want to do that. I want to go on a sled dog ride. I do. I think that'd be hilarious, or so much fun. I think that'd be a great time.
Sled Dog Day. That's cold. I hate cold. It would be fun, but I think
it'd
have
be a blast.
The heated vest and the heated
shoes. Do you know
shoes.
how disciplined these dogs have?
Oh, they have to be very disciplined.
And how strong.
And I wonder if they have boobies. They probably don't, but I know they do make boobies for dogs.
I know. Well, I had some for my Great Dane.
I had some for Oreo.
Yeah.
Poor baby.
Yeah.
So short and cold.
Not the case on my end. I just got them. But anyway, no. I just think there's so there's so much awesomeness about them, and I just think of in their mind when they're told their direction, how they know, and they're smart. They're obedient. Wonderful.
They are.
Yeah, so...
Can't beat a good dog.
No, that is true. That is true.
Yes.
That's true. Sled Dog Day. Tater Tot Day.
My kids don't love tater tots. I know.
Oh.
They don't love them.
I like them burnt. And
I don't know. I like them crispy. I don't know if I want them burnt.
Well, burnt crispy, yeah. I'd like them really, really cooked well.
Yeah, I don't like them mushy on the inside.
No. I like a good...
Yeah.
I love tater tots.
I
that's
like
something
tater tots.
A lot of people, for some reason, they don't get enough recognition. French fries steal the show, which...
The kids don't really love French fries either. They're not potato kids for some
I've never
reason.
met one I didn't like. I I
don't know.
don't know.
They'll eat them. I mean, they'll eat them. It's not like they won't eat them, but it's not their favorite.
Yeah.
So, wow.
Yeah.
But I like putting a little bit of seasoned salt on mine.
Ooh, and I tell you what else you can do with your tater tots. Okay, like if you put salsa on them.
Oh, yeah, that'd be good.
Oh, it's really good. It's really good with salsa. If
a
you
little bit of cheese.
Yeah, and you can even put like, ooh, what about some sour cream?
Yeah, now they do those tachos. Not nachos, not corn chips. Tachos.
What is
tater
that?
tots. It's like a nacho plate, but with a tater tot base.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well, I would be for that. Because I can do it on my own. Just put a little bit of salsa on it. It's so good. Yeah. And if you had some sour cream,
I'm not even mad.
No, would not be mad. Everybody be looking.
What is that?
Yeah.
And I think tater tots are versatile. Like, I was watching where somebody did tater tots and they baked them, and then they took something and they smashed them, like in a muffin tin, and then they put egg and cheese and baked them and had little breakfast cups. And I thought, that's genius.
Oh, well, sure. That'd be really good. Oh, you know that'd be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now, speaking of that, potato soup is, I know we got to get off there. I know we got to get out of it. Oh, gosh. Real quick. I make potato soup.
Yes.
Okay? And right now is a beautiful time for potato soup, right?
It's soup season.
Soup season. Okay, but I have always, taken time to peel my potatoes and just, whatever. Okay, someone told me the other day that they use frozen, potatoes.
Like the diced potatoes?
Yes.
The hash brownies?
Yes, or whatever. Or, I don't think, we're not hash brown. It's a hash
Well,
brown.
you can't. Okay, so I've seen this.
And I'm like, what?
Every time I have looked for the frozen diced potatoes, they're all hash browned. They're not like raw frozen diced potatoes. So I actually do have a bag because I thought about trying this.
Is it like cubes potatoes? Are they
the cubes.
Yeah.
But they're already cooked. They're like hash browns.
Put those in that. They say put them in frozen. This is what they told me because it blew my mind. Do you realize half the time? I mean, you could make supper in half the time.
Yeah.
I mean, and now honestly, we're all trying to rush to get it done, right?
We're busy people.
It's true. And so it always takes forever for my potatoes to boil. To get them into the soup. So I thought I'm going to try that. I can't wait. I'm super excited about trying that.
Yeah.
And I want you to. I don't want you to mess up a meal because you've got a bunch of kids that are going to be on your.
Well, my family doesn't love potato soup, which is very sad. I made a very big pot of potato soup one Sunday, and it was so good.
Oh.
I ended up taking it to work and feeding Camissa and the neighbor next door.
Oh, I'm really amazed at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. What? I feel
it was good.
That's
soup.
a dark day.
I was fine.
Yeah. I love potato soup, but I'm going to try this, the bag of potatoes, frozen, and they say that they just throw them in frozen.
Do they do it in a crock pot or a pot? Yeah, I was going to say, I've seen it.
They have all their stuff ready to go in the crock pot, all of the other stuff, going, and then they just put the frozen potatoes in and Shazam. And I'm like, that's half the. I'm over here peeling potatoes for hours.
Yeah.
Putting potatoes in, cutting them up, and doing all that. You know what I mean? And I thought.
We had one lady, and I'll never forget this. When I was younger, we taught. I remember my dad talking about the neighbor down the road who had 7 boys and could peel, I may get this number wrong, but she could peel 7 or 8 potatoes in a minute.
I love that.
She was so fast at peeling potatoes.
Yeah.
And, growing up on a farm, you ate what you grew, and potatoes were easy to grow. So we ate a lot of potatoes. But I remember him being like, yeah, she can peel 7 potatoes in a minute. And that was a big thing.
Yeah.
I thought, I'd like to one day do that.
I think I could have, I might be a little rusty now, but I think I could have been in a potato peeling contest because I was pretty fast myself. I mean, I was feeding 6 girls.
Yeah.
Girls eat. You remember we talked about that before. You know what I mean? And we.
Sometimes I think I've done my kids a disservice by not letting them peel potatoes and yelling at them for taking chunks out of it. Yeah, I know. I remember that.
Yeah.
I remember learning how to peel potatoes, and my parents.
Now I do have a potato peeler. Okay, so I have a gadget.
We had knives.
Yeah.
And I remember being not yelled at.
Well,
That's not right.
I did both. It's sometimes my potato peeler didn't peel as fast, but I did do knives too. And that is true. It's a skill.
Don't take the meat out of just the pill. I remember being yelled at.
In the end, sometimes it's just good, and I'm not even upset with a mashed potato that's got some peelings in it.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Yeah,
because they're rusty.
Yeah,
that's where the nutrients are.
I know. So I'm not upset about
Yeah.
that. So, yeah, the girls, when they were younger, they wanted the peelings off, but then they did start getting a little bit better where they would eat some of the,
And I think the best potato to do that with are those baby red ones.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and Yukon Gold potatoes make the best mashed potatoes.
Aren't they so good?
Can't do a russet. You need that Yukon Gold
Yeah.
for the mashed.
Yeah.
That's it. See, I know my potatoes. I'm shocked, actually, and a little bit at my nerdiness, but I do know my potatoes.
No, it's important. If you're in the kitchen and you like to be in the kitchen, I like to be in the kitchen. You got to know your potatoes. You got to know what you're dealing with, right?
There you go.
All right. So those are Tater Tot Day. World Ukulele. Tiptoe through the tulips. Did you know?
I was actually thinking Melon couldn't leak. That's what I think when I think of the ukulele.
Okay, I think of tiptoe through the tulips. Tiny Tim.
That's funny.
With me. Or Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler is the best. I'm sorry. Come on.
Adam Sandler is him.
And him in a ukulele, very good well.
Nothing.
Just the things he comes up with.
I will say this. There is nothing you can tell me that Adam Sandler has done that would surprise me.
Probably. But if you were on set, if you were the director, you just say, Adam, do it.
Yeah,
you don't have to write it. Just let him just do it yourself.
If there was a news story that was like, Adam Sandler was caught drinking coffee with an alien, I'd just be like, well, that's Adam Sandler.
That's Adam Sandler.
It probably happened.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
Not surprised.
No, wouldn't. I agree. All right, this is also, wow, this is a lot.
It's a long day.
I know. Today is also Wetlands Day. Wetlands. That's the last one. Wetlands.
Sounds like a movie.
The Wetlands Day. Okay, so get out and enjoy. All right, Autumn Scott Hall, we are talking about the new month, February, and we're trotting into maybe getting into
spring buying season.
Yeah, spring buying season. People are thinking.
Actually, people are buying now. We over the last 2 weeks, we have gotten quite a few purchase agreements, which is nice.
That is a blessing.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
So people are still buying. There are homes that are still for sale. My heart rate is too high. My watch just said
because of
maybe I don't know.
It was Adam Sandler.
Drinking coffee with an alien.
Right.
So yes, we are coming upon this time where people are getting their tax returns back, and people are, able to use that for down payments or things along those lines. We should probably be seeing more houses listed in the next 4 to 6 weeks, I'd say, as we enter into this spring season. But people are still buying, homes are still moving. Feds did raise the rate about another, I think, 25 bips, which, again, I know people kind of freak out on that. It actually helps your interest rates, though, because it kind of keeps things a little bit lower. I am seeing rates trickle down just a little bit.
Yay.
So that's nice. It's nice. We're starting, I think, hopefully to correct some things and get things going. I know there are still some layoffs that are going on, but hopefully things will start to correct a little bit.
Right. I think this time of year is a little difficult, like we just talked about and everything. I think that people are kind of recovering from December and just trying to get back on track, if you will, back to more, regular, if you will.
Life.
Yeah, in January and into February. And I think now is a good time for people, and I think a lot of people take them off the market during the holidays. Or don't put them on the market during the holidays because of...
Yeah, because as I'm trying to organize and entertain, I also don't want people trekking through my house.
No, it's true. Right.
It's a lot. And it's cold. And here's the other thing. People just don't want it open during, you have the snow and the rain and it's a mess.
Mm-hmm.
So we do usually see about March, April, homes coming back on the market. I did not actually pull the numbers of new listings for last month, but I know that things are moving.
Right.
So that's good.
And so if people are putting them back on the market, I guess those are things that you have to decide of what to do. And I guess we were seeing where they were up a lot, purchasing houses, the price, and it's coming down.
And we are seeing that come down. So that's nice.
Which evens out with the interest rate, right? Kind of.
Well, yeah, because if you think about it, what you could buy at a 2 or 3% interest rate, you could offer a lot more because your payment was so low. Whereas now the interest rates have doubled, and they have. I've had some people that have called, and it's like, okay, well, I just cut your pre-approval in half from what it was last March, because interest rates have jumped from 3.875 to 6.5 or whatever.
Which is still not bad.
No, I will say that. The interest rates we have right now are not bad interest rates and probably should have stayed in this area. Like, this is a healthy range.
Healthy area, yeah.
But we are seeing some house values that are coming in a little bit low. Some people that have listed their houses at the inflated amounts last year are taking $10,000, $15,000 less. They're still making a profit, but we're starting to see that seller's market correct a little bit because they're not getting 6 and 7 offers on their home. Because what I could afford at a 3% interest rate, I can't afford at a 7% interest rate, even over 30 years. So it is kind of helping correct that a little bit. Because honestly, I still get some that are just so overinflated that I'm just like, are you kidding me? Like, really?
Yeah.
Really? So,
really? So are you, like right now, so like if let's say that someone's thinking about, getting married this year or possibly, maybe just buying a home or, maybe an individual, decides I just want to buy a home.
Well, and here's a nice thing about as we're coming into tax season, because I know tax season is coming. A lot of people do not wait until the last minute to file their taxes. It's a good place to take a look and see where you're at financially, especially as you file your taxes and you see all of that. Again, I'm very big on know your finances, be personally responsible for that. But as you've done that, you get a good look of where you're at financially, and maybe you're thinking about purchasing. It is still a good time. And I actually had somebody ask me, I got busy and I didn't do it, but the pros and cons of buying a home before and after marriage.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah, and I was thinking about that because I'm like, really, there is no con to buy a home before marriage. Like, I mean, there are very few cons to purchasing a home. I mean, really.
Right.
Because, again, you're paying a mortgage. Whether you're paying rent or you're paying your own mortgage, you're paying somebody's mortgage. But you do have some things. If you buy a home before you're married, then, of course, it's not, and I've had people ask me this, so you're not going to go to your mortgage company or the title company and change it into your new married name if you're a female. So, like, if you close in your maiden name, that's just what it is. It's not worth the time or money to refinance just to change your name.
Oh.
So,
little fun fact.
Yeah.
So while you're changing it on everything else.
Yeah, you don't have to change it on your mortgage. Like, that's okay. And if you sell, because I've had people, well, that's not my name anymore. It's okay. If you do choose to sell it, then you will just sign a now known as. So it's not a big deal. You don't have to change your name. In the event that you buy a home when you're single and then you get married, you can always change your deed to include your spouse, so that if anything happened to one of you, the other one does have the rights to the property. So these are not really cons per se, but it's things that I'm not ever one to say, well, wait until you get married to buy a home. I mean, I bought my first home at 19. I'm not one to say, wait until you're married.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, I'm not. But getting married, changing that, I know that does change your life, but it's not going to change as far as your mortgage and stuff goes. The only downside is, if you do it when you are single and alone, then obviously you don't have a 2-income household. But this is something else that we have talked about. You don't have to be married for both of you to be on the home. So if you and your significant other or your fiance or whatever want to buy a home, you can both be on the mortgage. You don't have to be married to do that jointly.
Does that cause trouble possibly down the road if
you split up?
If you split up, yeah.
But I have married people who split up, so
yeah.
It depends. I will sometimes talk to, if a couple want to purchase a home together and they have not been they have not been together very long.
2 weeks.
Yeah, I
we
will
want to buy
sometimes. A home. Just count. I'm not a counselor, but I will address that. You guys do realize both of you will have ownership. This is not a short-term commitment. So we do kind of address that sometimes.
Well, I think that should be. So if that was to be the case, then if they did, this is really interesting. So if they did split up or they broke up, then one would either have to pay the other one off to pay their portion.
You have to refinance, because if you're both on the mortgage, you're both responsible. Yes.
Okay.
And a judge does not get to override that.
Okay.
And so I have had people that have come in and said, oh, well, I'm on that mortgage, but we got divorced. I'm not on the deed. I'm not responsible for it. Yes, you are. You just now have a mortgage that you're paying for that you have no ownership in, because you're no longer on title and deed, but you're still responsible for the loan. So, yes, that is something that can come up. And I will tell people, and I do say this, typically in the event of a divorce or something like that, the judge will stipulate one or the other gets the property, but a quitclaim deed does not have to be signed until a refinance is done. Because a judge cannot override your responsibility to a debt.
Well, and I think that would be the moral. I mean, right?
Yeah, you can't.
If you make a commitment,
yes,
any debt, yes.
Now, usually they will say you have X amount of days to refinance it. If not, it has to be sold.
Okay.
So you can get into some of that. I have had people that have come and done mortgages, and they are not married, and their boyfriend or girlfriend or fiance or whatever is not going to be on the mortgage, but they want to be on deed. And that is something I talk to them and counsel, because it's okay, you're taking responsibility for this, but if you put them on title and deed, then they have ownership of your property with no responsibility financially. So there are some, I don't really have a problem with people buying a home before they're married, but we do talk about, are you putting somebody on your title and deed that you're not married to, that has no responsibility to the loan? Because in the event of a split, they technically own half of your home. And that can be a problem. And I have actually told people, I'm sorry, if you're not on my mortgage, no, you don't get to be on title and deed. I don't mind being the bad guy if I need to.
Right. And
that technically can be backed up. So I'm not lying to them, but in the wellness of, what's best for our customer and what's best for our client and what's best for me. Like, in a split, you don't get to take half the home and then I get my mortgage back because the other person doesn't pay it.
Because you do not, say it over and over, you do not want that mortgage back.
No, I don't want your, I will say this, I hate when people come into my office, the bank just wants my home back. No, they don't.
Yeah.
The bank does not want your home back. The bank is not screwing you over, because the bank, in a foreclosure situation, the bank typically always takes a loss. You take a loss. I don't want your mortgage back because I'm losing money.
Right.
The local banks here, the portfolio banks, they don't want your mortgage back. They're losing money.
Right.
So, no, the bank does not want your home back. And this is, if I can scream this loud so everyone can hear, in the event that you ever get into a financial situation and you cannot make your mortgage payment, call your mortgage company. They will work with you. Talk to loss mitigation. They don't want your home back. They will work with you, but don't wait until you're getting a foreclosure notice.
Right.
Then it's too late. Typically if you're getting a foreclosure notice, it's too late.
Yeah.
Call them the first time. When you go late on that payment, you pick up the phone, you call them and say, hey, I'm having some trouble. Here's why, whatever reason. Can you work with me? What can we do?
Yeah.
And they will work with you. They don't want the home back.
Yeah.
Then I'm sitting with an empty home and I got to hire a third party to come out and check it. And, it's a mess. They don't want it back.
Right.
I had one guy who was a truck driver, ended up having a heart attack over the road. Lost his job,
Sure.
Came in, we talked about it, obviously it's legitimate, here's the deal.
Yeah.
We contacted them, said, hey, here's what we're going through, we're trying to get disability, it's going to be about 6 months. They, for we had to send everything in, but they put his payments in forbearance for 6 months
Oh, what a blessing.
so that he didn't lose his
That's
home.
awesome. Yeah.
It's okay, here, we have the proof, here's your medical things,
Sure,
here's where
sure.
you're trying. We don't want your home back, we'll stop it for 6 months, tack it to the end, and you can start reassuming payments.
I think people need to know they have that option.
It is an option.
And it's just so good. Communication, again,
Yes.
talking, because we know life happens.
Yes.
I mean, that's...
Well, and when you sit down with me to do your paperwork, I give you a list of the 10 closest credit counseling organizations to our zip code. Because life happens.
Mm-hmm.
And you may not plan for it. You may, things happen.
Sure.
There are legitimate companies out there
Mm-hmm.
that will help you.
I love that.
Legitimate.
Yeah. I think that's good for people to know.
So-
Or, like you said earlier, if someone loses their home, loses their job, I'm sorry, but loses
Yeah.
their job or something, or gets laid off or something, or,
Yeah.
something happens, that's good to know.
And it's one thing if it's a legitimate life situation. It's another thing if you are just a poor money manager. Like, I'm sorry, you can't call and say, well, I
Oh,
can't make my
no,
payment because
right.
I went to the boat this weekend.
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry, that's not acceptable.
No.
So these are life crisis,
Right.
unexpected, beyond your control situations.
Mm-hmm. Right.
But there is stuff
And
out
it's
there.
a blessing that we have that, but,
Yeah.
you can't take advantage of it.
Yeah, don't take advantage of it.
But it's a blessing for people that need it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
If you're driving up in a brand new Mercedes telling me you can't make a payment, we're going to have a problem. I'm going to be like, listen, I don't know what to tell you. You need to prioritize. Go sell that vehicle.
Yeah, go get rid of
Like-
that vehicle. That's right. Then we can talk. Well, let's go back over Celebrity Home Loans, located right here on the square.
Yes, I'm on the square.
Yeah.
On the
see
square,
awesome.
2 doors, 3 doors down from the bakery.
Do people just come in to talk about finances with you?
I don't get a lot of walk-ins, really.
Really?
No, not a lot. I usually get called or text.
Uh-huh.
I do get a lot of random messages. And that's
No, I
okay. That's
bet.
fine.
No, I bet that. Yeah.
But-
I mean, just because really, to be honest, a lot of times, finances, a lot of times people don't know all of this stuff,
Yeah.
and it gets confusing a lot of times.
Yeah.
So,
But, who's never confusing?
I do know.
Our lovely coffee
I
club
love that.
sponsors, Meadowview Healthcare, Walmart, Salem Crossing, Hoosier Upland, Celebrity Home Loans, LLC, CelebrityHomeLoans.com, NMLS, ConsumerAccess.org, NMLS 227765, Equal Housing Lender, Dr. Black's Eye Associates, Dr. Mindy Gunn, Fox Pearly Wealth Management, and Americans for Prosperity.
happy Groundhog Day.
Oh, yes, Groundhog.
Don't forget, he saw his shadow, so 6 more weeks,
Oh.
baby! Embrace it.
Have a good day, everyone.
This is Melissa Jeremiah with Hoosier Uplands Home Health Care and Hospice. Our professionals are available at 812-849-4447 to answer questions regarding home health care or hospice. To decrease the risk of being stranded in a winter storm, check your battery, antifreeze, wipers, windshield wiper fluid, brakes, and keep your car filled with at least a half a tank of gas. Our family at Hoosier Uplands would like to wish you a wonderful 2023.
Hey, Brad, what do you call two birds in love?
I don't know, Becky.
Sweethearts.
Oh, that's a good one. Make a one-stop shop to treat your sweetheart this Valentine's Day at Salem Walmart. Find a variety of stuffed animals, cards, coffee cups, candy, and there's a variety of Valentine's t-shirts, caps, and other clothing too. If you're looking for a special dessert to satisfy a sweet tooth, champagne, sparkling grape juice, or a wide variety of food to prepare that romantic meal. You'll find all that and much more at Salem Walmart.
Hey, Brad, how did the phone propose to his girlfriend?
I don't know, Becky.
He gave her a ring.
Oh, check out the whole wide assortment of jewelry at the Salem Walmart too. You'll find more for your sweetheart for less at your Salem Walmart.
Country music superstar and coach on NBC's The Voice, Blake Shelton. Back to the Honky Tonk Tour, presented by Kubota. With special guest, CMA and ACM Female Vocalist of the Year, Carly Pierce. And Jackson Dean.
Don't come looking.
Blake Shelton. KFC Young Center, March 9th, 2023. Blake Shelton with special guests Carly Pierce and Jackson Dean. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com. KFC Young Center, March 9th, 2023. For more, visit BlakeShelton.com. Produced by Messina Touring Group and AEG presents.
Howdy folks, Craig Martin at Billy Martin Store in Martinsburg. I'd like to start off by thanking all of our loyal customers for the support that you give to us year after year. We are the oldest Indiana family-owned and operated business and have been serving you now for over a century. And as the fifth generation of the Martin family business, our family still tries to spend each day making you, our customers, number one in both sales and service. Billy Martin Store carries a complete line of home furnishings, appliances, and floor coverage that should meet
This is the Rick and Bubba Show. The views and opinions expressed by the show are not necessarily those of the staff and management of this radio station, but they should be.
Absolutely. 6 minutes past the hour from the No Name Studio, bleeding edge of technology. From Sweet Home, Alabama to the world, the Adlers welcome the 7-pound, 3-ounce, 20 inches long Ezra James Adler to the world. Healthy today, mom and baby recovering and doing fine. So we had that update. Speedy, the real Greg Burgess, and Helmsy are here. And welcome back, Bill Bubba Buster.
Rick, glad to be here, and thank all of you for being part of the Rick and Bubba experience.
Bubba. We have been talking about the fake world in which we now live, and this picked up a little momentum a few days ago, and we didn't really bring it up, but it now is full-blown rolling, so I guess we will. A lot of people are covering it now. Mr. Rogers, have you ever seen the documentaries on Mr. Rogers and how that all formed? It's really fascinating. The movie with Tom Hanks.
It's interesting. I never was really into Mr. Rogers as a little kid, so I really haven't followed him much as an adult.
The music and everything and the way the puppets were, it made me feel strange.
Jay was really into it, so I had to watch it because we only had a couple TVs.
That's funny.
So, yeah, he was in it. He was big time, Mr. Rogers.
I don't remember loving it, but I remember watching it for some reason.
I liked Sesame Street better. Yeah. And I liked Electric Company better.
Yeah. I think Electric Company was my favorite of all of them.
Right.
I didn't even like Sesame Street that much.
Well, I had a puppet run when I was really into
it. We had Cookie Monster and Grover.
Right. But anyway, so Mr. Rogers, the concern that we have is we know that gender dysphoria has been around. It does not affect a lot of people, but there are people who really have struggled with that. And at times we understood that. But now something this serious has almost become trendy, which is odd. And one of the things that people have said, I think rightfully so, is this really something that we should be pushing down on 4- and 5-year-olds and kindergarten, first graders, second graders, this kind of thing? Well, apparently there was a concern about this with Mr. Rogers warning about this kind of stuff on his children's television show. And there's a couple of clips. Now, we don't have Blazing Silverman
70s?
or Adler right now. Well, we're going to have a clip. This one will be from the 70s here, Greg. But in 1980, he makes a comment in an interview with Johnny Carson that we also have. And it's going to be interesting to hear this because remember, this is what you're going to love. And this is where the left they'll watch for the turn on Mr. Rogers.
Oh, he's in trouble.
Tom Hanks loves him.
And
everybody loves him because he seemed to be tolerant. He seemed to be kinder, gentler to children, which I do think that was something he was onto, the way you talk to children.
Yeah.
But anyway, and I don't have any problems with Mr. Rogers, don't misunderstand me, but now I wonder how they will like him after this.
They're not going to like him.
Yeah. So here is Mr. Rogers, clip number 1, taking on he's actually giving a warning about what we are now calling normal. So
boys are boys from the beginning. If you were born a boy, you stay a boy. Girls are girls right from the start. If you were born a girl, you stay a girl and grow up to be a lady. Only girls can be the mommies. Only boys can be the daddies.
Well, he's in a lot of trouble.
Oh, he'll never
Mr. Rogers is in a lot of trouble here. So
was that original by him? Did he write that?
Can I tell you this? That he did write most of the songs he did. I watched the documentary on him, and because he was actually pretty good on the piano, by the way. And he did write the songs that they had on the show, and he would take on all kinds of. He wrote songs about children going through war and trying to help them deal with that, and So he wasn't afraid to take on the topic. But this is going to get, I mean, because right now...
How long did his show run?
Oh, it ran a long time.
Rick, I really didn't like it as a kid. I just thought it was creepy.
Well, think about our culture. Our culture, we were not raised in a real Mr. Rogers culture.
No.
You know, it just, the things around us, the men we were around weren't anything like Mr. Rogers. And I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm just saying that was...
Well, he was so soft-spoken, it was almost spooky.
Correct.
You know what I mean?
Rick, the people we were around were the anti-Mr. Rogers.
Right.
They were the exact opposite.
I think the men that were around us were the ones Mr. Rogers told us not to hang out with. All right, so now we
He had a song about it.
Now we go to him taking this on the Johnny Carson show in 1980. So here we go on the Tonight Show.
Boys are boys from the beginning. Girls are girls right from the start. Everybody's fancy, everybody's fine, your body's fancy, and so is mine. Because sometimes children think that they might change. They might have to change after a while. And, you know, we laugh about that now. But it's because we had that concern when we were little.
Yeah, because you're really not sure. You thought maybe you'd become a girl or a girl would become a boy, right?
Exactly.
Which means Mr. Rogers felt that way when he was young.
So he is sending like a...
Did you hear the crowd laugh when he said it?
Oh, yeah.
Back then, they were like, what?
What are we talking? He says, no, this is something you need to be concerned about. Can you believe this? It's almost like he was a prophet sitting there giving a warning going forward.
And wrote a catchy little tune.
He did.
Bubba, to answer your question, this is amazing. It started in 1968, ran for 895 episodes. It says the at its peak was 85 to 86. That's when the ratings were really high. But the last original episode aired in 2001.
Really?
Think about that run.
I didn't know it went that long.
I didn't either.
I saw the
You know why?
documentary.
Because I was grown.
Started out as a local show in Pittsburgh.
That's what, 31, 32 years?
It says PBS continued to run reruns and ended that in 2016.
So let me ask you this question, and I bet everybody in here has the same answer because it's so obvious. You think anybody runs this rerun? Now?
No.
You think if you had the Mr. Rogers episode where he talked about boys...
Mr. Rogers' whole library may secretly disappear in the middle of the night.
You're going to see some scathing reports.
It will be interesting to watch because Mr. Rogers he was so non-threatening that the left actually has given him a pass that he can be loved by them.
Yeah.
When they see this and hear this, now keep in mind that all of us know this, and this is why you got to be aware of the culture when it's changing because it is a slow fade. Everybody, when they heard Mr. Rogers sing this, almost were thinking, why do we have to even cover this?
Yeah.
This is so elementary.
Well,
this is so understood. And he was like,
sing about color?
You know, he was like,
numbers.
He's like, you know, he said, no, it's really not. And so, Mr. Rogers
He had some insight way ahead of his time.
Well, we're talking about children here. He's saying we
this.
should help children to be stable.
Yeah.
Not
I
taking
think
something
too,
like this and dumping it on a child.
I think what he's also saying as a small child, when you realize you're a boy or girl, or there's a difference in the two, you know, you may wonder, do I always stay a boy, or do you know? Back to your point, I think he's saying that we need to provide a stable environment, not one that's confusing and complex. Because that's, you know, how you get your roots and, you know, get stable and all that stuff. But, you know, it's interesting to me, too, like even the Surgeon General will warn against video games for adolescents, you know, even late teenagers.
Yep.
And how much damage that can do, but then turn right around and support legislation and laws and the thought process that as a small child you ought to be able to change your gender without your parents' notification.
I know.
See, and that makes absolutely no sense.
Well, when you look at the process of children growing up and the way that God designed the family, okay, which is what we believe, or whoever you think designed the family, okay. So anyway, but that's what we believe. So there's a point with that maternal connection to mama, which is good. We need that, okay? And she is uniquely mom, and she's uniquely female, and the little boys and the little girls need her maternal care, that nurturing. But then there's a point where kids reach a certain age, and this is what Mr. Rogers is singing about, where the little girl looks and says, I think I'm a small version of her, and the boy looks to daddy and says, I think I am a small version of him. and I've seen it with my own sons, and then they begin to identify with dad more than mom, which is fine. Mom's still a nurturer, she's still maternal,
Still mom.
but they begin to say, I'm a small version of him. And that's why it's so bad when the little boys look around the house and he's not there. And so that's one thing. Well, who do I identify with? And either it becomes a toxic version of masculinity because there's no male there to correctly hand that out, or they turn to mom and start thinking they're more related to her. And this is this is what he's saying is children do hit this crossroads in their lives. And what we need to do is in a healthy way, nurture it in the right direction.
Provide stability,
Right.
not confusion.
Right, yeah. 15 minutes past the hour, but I wonder what the left will say now. About
Well, they won't be happy with old Mr. Rogers.
The beloved Mr. Rogers. 866 We Be Big is our number. More of the Rick and Bubba Show will be coming your way right after this. Rick and Bubba, Rick and Bubba. Are you prepared for the unexpected? Now, it's only a matter of time before your out-of-warranty vehicles in the shop costing thousands. You can be prepared like us with CarShield. CarShield offers protection plans to fit every budget and includes 24/7 roadside assistance, courtesy towing, and rental car eligibility. Call CarShield now to save 20% on your plan, and you'll always be prepared for the unexpected. 1-800-465-6550 or go to carshield.com/Bubba. The stock market dropped 24% last year, so why are some people smiling? Because they own gold. And that makes now an opportunistic time to invest in gold. In fact, one CNBC expert predicts gold could go up 100%, hitting $4,000 an ounce this year. Get your free wealth protection investor guide from Lear Capital and receive up to $15,000 in free bonus gold based on the value of your purchase. Visit LearBubba.com. That's LearBubba.com or call 1-800-664-3066. Hey guys, this Valentine's Day, give her a gift she's really going to love with soft, silky, naturally smooth pajamas. These are available exclusively from our friends at Pajamagram. Soft and smooth, these amazing pajamas will feel as soft as her own skin, and she's going to love them. And she'll love slipping into these on every night because they're so soft and luxurious. Why don't you order today and use promo code RADIO, and Pajamagram will include free Valentine's Day deluxe packaging, which includes a red velvet gift bag, lotion, and an eye mask. That's a $40 savings with the code RADIO on a best-selling Valentine's Day total gift experience. Valentine's Day done right with a gift she'll love. Listen, if you missed out on this offer during Christmas, don't make the same mistake twice. Give her these pajamas and order today, because last year they sold out before Valentine's Day. Here's what to do. Go to Pajamagram.com right now. Use the code RADIO. That's Pajamagram.com with the code RADIO to order, and tell them Rick and Bubba sent you.
They say they'll get your biggest tax refund. Jackson Hewitt says your biggest tax refund guaranteed, and a chance to double your tax refund. Thousands in weekly prizes during the Double Your Refund sweepstakes. Your biggest refund times 2, twice the money, so forget about them. File your taxes on the double at Jackson Hewitt today. No purchase necessary to enter or win. Open to U.S. residents 18 or older who file a 2022 federal tax return. Promotion ends 4/2/23. Visit jacksonhewitt.com for rules.
Asthma symptoms can attack anywhere, like on a city street. Now, you can get fast relief anywhere with new improved Primatene Mist, the only FDA-approved asthma inhaler available over the counter. So whether you need relief on symptoms at the park or at your kitchen table, Primatene Mist starts working quickly, opening up your airways to restore free breathing. For temporary relief of mild symptoms of intermittent asthma, use Primatene Mist and breathe easy again. Available at CVS, Rite Aid, and Walgreens. Use as directed.
As a Walgreens pharmacist, I talk with people all the time about little tips and tricks for filling their Medicare prescriptions, like taking advantage of Walgreens 90-day refills to save them a trip, or using Refill by Scan, which is super easy and right on your phone. And for anybody worried about prescription costs, I say, hey, we got you, with low-cost copays on many medications.
Let's talk about making things easier. Walgreens is here. Fill your way and save at walgreens.com/Medicare. See pharmacists for restrictions and exclusions.
Today on Hey Culligan, smooth skin and soft hair comes from where? Here's Mike.
Hey Culligan, I've tried every conditioner, lotion, and body wash known to man, and my skin still feels like sandpaper.
It could be your water, Mike.
Oh, that's harsh.
More like hard water. Are you interested in smart high-efficiency water softeners from Culligan Water? Want baby smooth skin and soft, luxurious hair?
Yeah, can you hurry? I have a date tonight.
We're already on the way, Mike. Let us help you out with the free in-home water test from a local Culligan Water expert at Culligan.com.
Chris, this needs to go to Parkville by 3.
Joy to the holiday packages that keep coming at Jimenez Couriers.
It's coming your way, but the drop-off location is changing.
She needs delivery drivers with the gift of punctuality.
Anyone looking to pick up some overtime? Anyone?
Indeed can help her hire great people fast.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. We instantly connect you with quality